What's good, YouTube? My name is Coach, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a deck tech, a budget deck tech for Hidetsugu Devouring Chaos. This deck was built based on cards that I just had in my collection lying around. If we take a look at Hidetsugu is a 4-cost commander that you pay a black to sack a creature to scry 2. You can pay 3 to exile a card from the top of your library, deal damage to anything on the board equal to its mana value, and then you can play that card. So if you haven't already checked out the playtesting video that I have previously, I'll leave a link right over here that will allow you to check out that playtesting video. But what we're going to go over here is just the entirety of the rest of that deck, because a lot of the cards that we're going to see here you weren't able to see in that playtesting video. So this deck wants to cast removal spells that are going to allow us to control the game by removing our opponent's creatures by exiling removal spells that tend to be higher in mana cost, so that we can deal 4 damage to any creature and then cast a spell to then exile or remove another creature. So every time we activate Hidetsugu, we can potentially remove 2 creatures from the board, is the hope. So in order for us to have the mana to do that, we have to be able to sacrifice our creatures. That's going to allow us to create mana. And then we also have some things that we're going to benefit from sacrificing those creatures. Not only are we going to be scrying 2, we'll also get other benefits as well. We have some cards over here that work really well with the deck because we are going to be exiling cards from our library. And then we have ways to get the creatures back that we're sacrificing. So we're going to go over the removal first. This is a hurl through that word. Soul transfer. This is a grisly ritual. I really want you to notice the mana cost of some of these spells. Play Essence. Eyes of the Beholder. Drown in Sorrow. Terminate. Drag to the Underworld. This one's specifically good because it removes a creature and it deals 4 damage, but it costs 2 mana the majority of the time. Hex. Bedevil. In Garruk's Wake. The Butcher of Malakir. And a Twisted Embrace. So the removal does tend to cost a bit more mana intensive. Here are the cards that are going to allow us to create the mana to either A, cast our removal, or to just allow us to scry so that we can set up our removal. We have a Carrier Thrall. When this dies, you put a 1/1 creature on the battlefield that can sacrifice for mana. This one just creates a 0/1 creature that we can sacrifice, so this is essentially a double scrying card. We have a Reassembling Skeleton, which is a card that we can just sack over and over again. Lazotep Reaver is sacrificed and creates another creature for us to use. This Impulsive Pilfer creates a treasure token. This also creates a treasure token. This creates another creature for us to sack. And this potentially can create many creatures for us to sack. And then this also creates a treasure token when it is sacrificed. So because we are sacrificing our creatures, we need a way to sacrifice them other than sacrificing them through Hidetsugu. So here are some of the cards that we have. This is a God Eternal Bantu. This enters the battlefield and you can sacrifice any number of permanents, and then you can draw that many cards. Bone Reader, sack to force someone to discard a card. Mind Slash is another way to sack and then force someone to discard a card. Merciless Resolve, sack to draw 2 cards. Sack to draw 2 cards, and that's that. So because we're sacrificing things, we need a way to get some payoffs other than just getting the scry 2 off over here. So we have a Dark Prophecy, which is going to draw us a card, and we're going to also lose 1 life. We have a Pitiless Plunderer. This creates a treasure token whenever a creature we control dies. Ruleless Procession creates a 2/2 zombie. Only one time, but that's to work out well. Smothering Abomination draws us a card when a creature is sacked. Zulaport Cutthroat deals damage when a creature is sacked. Sifter of Skulls is going to create a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion that we can sack for mana. The Ogre Slumlord is going to create more creatures that we can sack. The Undercity Scrounger. This is a new card. This creates a treasure token and you can only activate it if a creature died this turn. Open the Graves creates 2/2 zombies. Jury is just a way to buff a creature by sacrificing our own creatures. Then we have Elvis Dreadlord, which can kind of act as a board wipe and is generally just a good way to remove our opponent's mana dorks from the board. So now we've gone over everything. Now these are just the cards that we have left that are going to just make the deck work better. We have a copy of Prosper. Whenever we cast a spell from exile, it's going to allow us to create a treasure token, which is then going to help us to cast our removal spells. We have a Battle Mage's Bracers. This is going to give the equipped creature haste. So this would give Hidetsugu haste. And if we pay an extra mana when we activate his ability down here, it's going to allow us to either scry another 2, or it's going to allow us to exile the top 2 cards of our library the moment he enters the battlefield. And then we have a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. This card, more importantly, when it's flipped, we can pay 1 mana to create a token that's a copy of another creature that we control. Generally, we have a bunch of creatures that want to be sacrificed. So this says sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. We can either allow that to happen so that we can get our treasure tokens, or there's just another creature for us to be able to sack with Hidetsugu. And it's only 1 mana to activate, which works out pretty well. So that's the Hidetsugu deck that we have here. If you enjoyed it, you can let me know by liking this video. Listen, let's try to get to 15 likes. I think is reasonable. I would appreciate that. 15 likes, and if you guys have any comments or suggestions or any cards that I'm missing, that's honestly the whole entire point of this video, is for me to show this so that I can get any ideas from anyone that is willing to share any ideas. I share this with you all humbly. These are literally just cards I had lying around in my collection. Okay, so I hope everybody has an amazing day. Happy Friday. I hope you guys go out and play Magic today and have fun, okay? Always remember, eat healthy, okay? Work out every single day. Most importantly, you gotta believe in yourself, all right? Peace out, people.